In this video, I'm going to show you how you can configure the things in Filament so that you don't need to write the same code again and again. As you can see on your screen, we have this users resource, and in this users resource, we have this table right here. I have added some data in the table. Also in the table, we have these table actions like you can see on the right side, view action, edit action, delete action. Also at the bottom, we have this pagination and a select box where we can select number of rows that we want to show in the table. Also, we have students resource. Let me open it in the another tab so that we can easily switch between them. In students resource, we have this table on the page. In this table, we also have these table actions like view action, edit action, delete action, and the pagination at the bottom. Suppose we want to show the icons only for these action buttons and we don't want this text. So what is the way to do that? We have to write code for these actions. And if we have multiple tables in our project, we have to repeat the same code for every table. For example, let's say you are having 100 tables in your projects. You want to show only the icons on all the tables. How you can do that? You have to open the resource. Let's open student resource in this case. And here we have these buttons. Let's do it for the view action button. You have to write icon button. Save the file. After page refresh, now you can see we have this icon for this view button only. So we have removed the text and we have this icon. Let's do it with others as well. I have to copy this icon button method and paste it here for edit action and here for delete action as well. Let's save the page and refresh it. Now we have these icon buttons in this table. Let me check the users table as well. But on the users table, we have these action buttons. We have this icon and text as well. In case we want to show the icons only in this table as well, what we have to do is we have to repeat the same thing with the user resource as well. Let's open the user resource. Let me click on this table. Here we have the actions for the users table. So we have to do the same for here as well. And consider if you are having so many tables in your project and you want to change it for all the tables. So let me show you the way how you can do it easily. Let me click on this user resource. First of all, let's remove this icon button method. Let's refresh the students page again so that we can see that our icon and text is back. You can see now our icon and text is back on each button. So let's configure it. In the app folder, in providers folder, you have to open this AppServiceProvider class. And we have to write the code in this boot method. Let's do the magic. Let me open the student resource again. First of all, let me show you. This is a view action class and its namespace is tables actions. Similarly for others, for edit action, we have this edit action class. For delete action, we have this delete action class. And please note this namespace, it's in tables actions. Let's open the AppServiceProvider. First of all, let's configure the view action. View action. You can see we have various view actions here, but we want to use this, you can see filament tables actions. Make sure you are not using these filament actions. That is different thing because we are using this action in the table. So that's why we need to configure for filament tables actions. And here you have to write the method configure using, and here inside this configure using you have to write a closure, and in this closure you have to write the same class again, view action, the same class filament tables actions, and let's say view action. Here on this view action, what you can do is simply write icon button. That's all. Save the file. Let me refresh the page. Also, let's refresh this users page as well. You can see here the view action has been changed to the icon only. Similarly, on the users table, it has been changed to the icon only. Similarly, you can do it for the edit action as well as delete action. But let me show you another thing. Let's open the student resource. Let's open this view action class. Control and click to open this view action class. Here at the top you can see view action class extends this action class. Okay, let's close it. Similarly, let's open this edit action class. In the same way, it extends this action class. Similarly, the delete action extends action class as well. So we can see that this action class is common in all these classes. Let's open the AppServiceProvider again. Let's copy this code, paste it here and just comment this. Instead of view action, you can write simply the action. And you can import these filament tables actions. Also, instead of view action, just write action. You can replace it as well. Save it. Refresh the users page as well as student page. You can see all the actions are now converted to the icon button. Here on the users page as well, you can see now our actions are converted to the icon buttons only. Similarly, you can implement other methods as well, like size. Let's refresh the page. You can see now we have these large icons. On the users page, we have these small icons because I have not refreshed the page as of now. Let me refresh it as well. You can see now we have large icons on here as well. You can change the size here. Let me just delete this. It was just to show you. Now let's configure the table. Let's write table, and we have to use this class filament tables. Again, configure using method, and inside this configure using we have to write a closure. Let's use the class table. First of all, let me show you the table. Now you can see it is a simple table, means we don't have these stripes on alternative row. It is a simple table. Let's add stripes. Just implement this striped method, save it and refresh the page. Perfect. You can see now we have these stripes, this light gray color stripes. Also, let me refresh this users table. First of all, let me refresh it because it is not showing because I have not refreshed the page. Let me refresh it as well. Now you can see we have stripes in this table as well. So it is looking more beautiful now. Also, let's do few more things. Let me click on students table. Here in the pagination, you can see we have this first page and other pages like page number 2, 3, 4 and so on, 9, 10 and the next button. If I'm clicking this next button, now I am on the page number 2. Let's add 2 more buttons. Let's keep this striped and add extreme pagination links. Just implement this method, save it and refresh the page. Now we have additional 2 buttons. This is extreme start and this is extreme end. If I want to move to the last page, I don't need to click on the 10 or something, just click on here. Now I'm on the last page. And because I'm on the last page, that button is disabled now and we have this extreme first page. I'm clicking here and now I am on the first page. So refresh the users page as well. You will see it here as well shortly. Let me click on page number 2. Now you can see that button is here, also on the left side as well. Let me click on students table again. Let's change this. First of all, let me show you. Here we have 5, 10, 25, 50 and all. Let's change these numbers. I'm just showing it to you. You can, change the things according to your requirements. And as you can see, we can implement multiple methods to configure a table or any, class. Also, let's write pagination page options. It will accept array. And let's change it to 11, 21, 31, 41, 51. I'm just writing the random odd numbers. Refresh this page. Let me open this. Can you notice this? 11, 21, 31, 41 and 51. Similarly, you can configure the forms as well. Let me click on new student. We have these input text fields here. You can see all these fields are required as of now. You can see this red star. Let me open the student resource. And in the form, you can see we have implemented this required method on all these 3 fields. Let me delete this first. Save the page and refresh it. Now you can see these fields are not required because star is removed. Let me zoom in for you. Here you can see the mobile field, name field and passing year field. Let's open the AppServiceProvider. I am only sharing this as an example. You have to implement those methods which are the requirement of your project, So it is just to show you. So on the text input, you can see here we have this text input class from filament forms components. configureUsing. Again, repeat the same process, closure. And here we have to write text input. Suppose you want to make all the fields required. Just write required method here. In this way, you can make all the text input fields in your filament application as required. Now let me refresh it. Let me zoom it in for you. Can you notice this star? This field is required. Also this name field and passing year. Let me just comment this. You can configure various other field items, just like date picker. You can configure the date picker in the format you want to use. Similarly, you can configure info lists as well. So also let me show you one thing. Let's open the page. Click on students. We have this name column. Let me add ID column as well. The student resource in the table. Refresh the page. As you can notice in the table, these rows are arranged in ascending order on the basis of this ID. So we have ID number 1, 2, 3 and so on. Let me click the last page. Here is the ID number 100. Let me go back to the first page. Okay, let's configure this. In the AppServiceProvider, in the table configuration, let's implement another method. Default sort. Here it is. Let's sort the name column as per ascending order. Save it and refresh the page. Just focus on this name column. Here you can see now it is alphabetically arranged. Now we have A letters, then B and so on. And you can notice this ID column. The IDs are not in ascending order as of now because we have arranged this table as per the name in ascending order. Similarly, let me open users table. Refresh it. You can notice here as well. Let me click on first page. Here we have numbers on the first place, so they will come before the letter A, and rest of the columns are arranged alphabetically. You can see here we have A column. Let me click on page 2. Letter B and C, D and so on. Let's try it for another item. Let's open the page. On the users page, let's click on new user. You can see a model is opened and the form is inside this model. Whenever I am clicking outside this model, it will be closed. Let me click here, the area which is outside this model. You can see the model is closed or disappeared. Let me show you again. Click on new. Again we have this model. I am clicking in this model and it is not going away. But when I'll click outside this model anywhere, let me click it here, it's gone. Let's configure it. Again in the boot method, in AppServiceProvider class, just write model. And we have to use this model, filament support view components. Here we don't need to write configureUsing. We have these available methods. We have to write this closed by clicking away. Click to implement this method. And here we have to write the boolean, either true or false. By default it is true, means we can close it by clicking outside. Just write false. Save the page. Let's refresh this resource in the browser. Let me click on new user. Modal is opened again. Now let me first click on this model. Obviously it is not closing. And let me now click outside this model. You can see I'm clicking outside this model and now it is not closing. So if you have a large form in this model and you don't want it to be closed when clicking outside, so you can configure it this way. So not only this users page, it will configure for all the models in your application. I hope you have learned a lot from this video. Subscribe my channel for more interesting tutorials. Thanks for watching.